Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today we have your weekly live reaction replay video. If you're new here to the channel, I don't do replay videos usually like other channels do, where the YouTuber has watched the video already and he's just kind of commentating what he already knows. This is a live reaction video, meaning that we're sitting down and watching this together live. So you get you guys get my genuine live reaction to whatever it is that is going on in the background. What caught me off guard there at the beginning is that apparently Spogger, our hero in today's video, let me turn down my headphone volume before I give myself even more tinnitus. He crashed and he had to reload into the game, and that's what this is a replay of. Typically when I sit down to start these videos, the countdown timer is still going. I typically wait for the announcer to start the match before I start commentating, but obviously that didn't happen exactly that way with this match. But Spog here, who that's what I will be calling him for brevity's sake, is in the Tier 9 American hybrid battleship, the Kearsarge. A ship that is, well, liked by many, hated by a lot more because it is a filthy hybrid ship. Now, granted, with the release of the Hildebrand, it's probably going to be viewed a lot kinder than the Hildebrand, as this is still a battleship first and foremost. You have to do battleship things. You have to, shoot your guns. You have to tank in order to get the most out of this ship. Unlike the Hildebrand, where you can sit there and just crap out torpedo planes every minute and then get some very nice, speaking of very nice, some very nice bombers every 4 minutes and change. Triple Citadel on the Napoli from, what was that, 18 kilometers away. That is amazing, because you see the Kearsarge, well, yes, she does have 12 16-inch guns at Tier 9, which is a lot of firepower at Tier 9. They are the 45 caliber guns, not the 50 caliber guns that you'll find on the Iowa. They're the 45 caliber guns from the North Carolina, which means the barrels are a little bit shorter, which gives the shells much slower speed than the Iowa, which means at longer ranges you have to give ships a much bigger lead, so you have to predict their movements and such. So it's a lot harder to get those shots in over 17 kilometers in the Kearsarge than it is in something like the Iowa. Friendly team has already lost a destroyer and a cruiser. The enemy team has only lost a single cruiser so far. The 2501 in the ACAP is fighting for his friggin' life. So this is a CV and a sub game. It's also a Tier 10 game, so the Kearsarge here is actually mid-tier. But you see, Spog is only one of 2 Tier 9 ships, so this is a very, very Tier 10 game, with the exception of, I believe, the carriers and then 1 or 2 other Tier 8s. So he's mid-tier. And he's just now launching his aircraft. Unlike, again, in the Hildebrand, where you would have probably had, 5 of these suckers out already by now. But he's going for what looks like the Yami here in the back. Getting a nice run up on him, trying to avoid the Cleveland's AA bubble. And you see the Kearsarge does get essentially a single flight of Midway rocket planes, with the Midway rockets that pin 40-something millimeters of armor. So you get that good consistent damage with those rockets, while also probably starting a fire or 2. The planes on the Kearsarge are more of a supplement of damage rather than the main source of damage, unlike that of the Hildebrand. So this is kind of turning into a video on why, this formula works where the Hildebrand formula kinda doesn't. But anyway, it looks like Spog was going to go up north to the sea cap, where many a battleship do go early on. But as you can see, the party is down at the A cap down south. That's where most of the enemy team has gone. Surprising that 2501 is still alive, as Spog takes a shot on this Cleveland from around 17 kilometers away. Again, look how long those shells take to get there. Cleveland has plenty of time to dodge, but he still does eat 1 shell to the face. It takes about 4k damage there. And Spog has a Yami, a Cleveland, and I believe, another Yami on his side right now. He's in a pretty good spot, especially with this Cleveland right here, 15 kilometers out. Now, also thanks to the American guns and the American shell arcs, he can very comfortably lob shells over this island if he can back up a bit and get shells through that little cradle in the island right there. Ooh, and yep, there you go. Cleveland turns broadside out to dodge the Hornet shells. I'm so sorry, to dodge the Hornet planes. Is he going to stay alive long enough for Spog to get him? And he is. Spog yoinks the kill with a mighty 110 HP left on the Cleveland. And planes are up yet again. Spog going for those Yammies again in the back. Unfortunately, the 2501 has been torpedoed by the U4501. So there goes the friendly submarine. So that leaves the friendly team down now 4 ships, my bad. There goes the friendly Schlieffen. To the enemy team's mere 2 ships down. Things are not looking good for the friendly team, although they do have the cap advantage at the moment. So they do have that going for them. Looks like the replay points counter is correct this time, because he knows the green team's points are actually ticking up as they should. Ooh, long shot on the Lexington from 22 kilometers away. Got a fire on the Yami there as well. I don't know if those shells are going to connect. That is such a long distance. However, the Lexington's probably just going in a straight line because he's on autopilot. So let's see. Did Spog call it? Good shot! 23k off of the Lexington's HP. If they can get him down, that'll leave the friendly team as having the CV advantage because they'll have, well, a CV still up. And you have Spog here and the Kearsarge serving as CV2. He's at 102 damage, 102,000 damage so far, so he's at a good clip as far as the damage intake is going. But the team really needs to catch up on those kills. Otherwise, that's going to start to be quite a hindrance to their progress here. So the 2 Yamis are together in the middle. Yoshino, Iowa, the Napoli, Brisbane, and the Shimakaze are still at the A-Cat. They're probably pushing around right now into the friendly Yami and the Napoli. Right, shots out on the enemy Yami from 18 kilometers away. You might get some good hits here, but the Yami armor is very good at that range. Looks like, yeah, he overled the Yami. Those just splish splash in the water. There's a Shimakaze from 15 kilometers out. Planes up. Let's see where he's going after this time. I would probably go after the Yamis because their AA even combined is not really that great. There's just too much sitting in the A-cap to really reliably get your planes through and get them on target. Looks like he's going to go spot the Shimakaze though, which is not a bad use of his planes. There's the AA fire from the Shimakaze. There's a Shimakaze. So you're going to try and drop him? Nope, just keep him spotted for the team there for a second. Does have a Jinan and a Des Moines in front of him, so if they can get their guns on him, they should. That'll be excellent, getting that Shimakaze out. There goes the friendly Napoli, though. Planes off on that Yami. And this should be another pretty good hit. It is. Gets another fire. And 5k on top of that. Gets his front guns out on the first Yami. Second Yami looks like he's going to try and get his rear turrets out on him. Should be able to do that. But this pain train coming from A is going to... We'll probably just walk over that Napoli there because the Napoli has to deal with the Iowa in front of him. And what it looks like a Soyuz and a Yami on his side. So, yep, there goes the AP in at the Napoli. Didn't see what happened to him there, but I don't think it was anything too good. Yep, there he went down to half of his remaining HP, and there he goes. So now the friendly team is down half of their ships. This is not looking good for them. By the 10-minute mark as well. Dang. So, yeah. Huh. Alright, this is not great. So, well, they just need to get kills at this point, and that Shimmy is taking the B cap for the enemy team. Iowa is showing up here on the right-hand side from 20 kilometers out, though. Alright. So there's the Shimakaze spot. I think the friendly carrier is going to strike with. I think he's got his B-25s loaded up. Yes, he does! Nicely done by the Hornet driver there. Takes out the Shimakaze with the B-25s. Those B-25s are so good, man. It's just like an easy 13k alpha to whatever the hell it is that you're targeting with them. Alright, planes up on the Kearsarge. So with the Shimakaze down, that means the B-cap is safe for now. Although you have, well, a Soyuz, a Yami, another Yami, a Brisbane, and a Napoli now making their way into it. So they have to, again, get kills. The B-cap is getting flipped by, I believe, just this Napoli at the moment. But, whoa, little bit of lag. I'm guessing Spog here was just going for the 360 no-scope. Oof. That's unfortunate that that lag hit him. I feel that, you know, I am a man that has, unfortunately, a terrible ISP. So, man, Spog here is fighting the enemy team and lag. So, this is very understandable, Spog. All right, Napoli coming out, though, 10 kilometers away, gets all 4 turrets off of the Napoli and is able to clear the island with them. And, oh, 30k Alpha Strike to the Napoli. No citadels. That's pure pins, fellas. And of course, since it's a Napoli, it doesn't die when it should have, right? Setting that back up. Here comes the Hornet with its AP bombers. Gets it back down to 1,300 HP. Spog's trying to get all 4 turrets on target to get rid of this Napoli. Thankfully, the Iwami does come in and slap him down for the last bit of HP that is needed. Soyuz, Yami. Oh, and a Brisbane. Ooh. If that Brisbane just comes a little bit... Oh, can he Rainbow Six this? Can he get in a sneaky Rainbow Six shot? This is looking good. That island might protect him from most of the shells. Oh, this is looking great. Nice! 20k Alpha Strike to the Brisbane. 2 citadels and 1 pin on top of that. Beautifully done, although here comes the returning fire from the Yami, the Soyuz, and the other Yami. And I think he just lost about 20k in HP there. Oh, hey, there's an Iowa we were talking about earlier. Hey, there he is, 15 kilometers away from Spog. But see, the Iowa is having an angle to the Yami and the Iwami, so Spog's found himself in a pretty good situation to capitalize on that broadside. Man, that lag, though. Oh, lordy. Alright, good salvo out on the Iowa. It looks like there should be a dead Iowa. If not, I'm sure the planes will be able to finish it off. 3 pins, 1 pin, 1 over pin, and a turret protection. Whoop! There's a lag. Dang. Alright, 14k left on this Iowa. There's some more lag. My god. The Spog, man, I feel your pain so much right now. So a good run up on the Iowa with the planes. That should be a good solid strike with the rockets. Maybe won't kill him because he does have his hill up. But there we go, 8k Alpha, double fire to the Iowa, and that is enough to get him Confederate. Unfortunately, he's not running Halsey, so he doesn't get the buff to his main battery load time. Gets those shots off, again, just avoiding the island there. He's kind of just stuck in a parallel parking spot here. Alright, the friendly team is managing to slowly claw their way back. They're more even on kills now. We've got 5 enemy ships up to 5 friendly ships up, so we're even on kills. They do have the points advantage right now, but the B cap is getting flipped by... Whoa! The 4501. That is most unexpected. So he's pinged now. Thankfully, the 4501's torps aren't too harsh. I mean, this is not going to exactly be enjoyable, but it shouldn't sink him. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, but the Yami shells that thankfully overpin the hangar and skip off the flight deck don't do. Oh, but the other Yami shells don't finish him off either. So he needs to get a move on and get behind this island. His hill is up. Good shells out on the Yami. 13k Alpha to him. Very nice strike. More torpedoes coming in. Thankfully, they do miss because he did clear the ping. Is that 210 damage? 210,000 damage, fellas. 2 kills so far. Woo! Woo! That Yami getting a couple of shots into his stern right before he can get behind the island. All right, so he should be good for now. Des Moines does manage to burn down their Soyuz. That 4501 is going to be a pain, though, if they can't get him down. So they do have the ship advantage at the moment, but again, the caps have turned. And, well, they need to hold what they got and not lose anybody else. Okay, that Yami's taking a shot as what I believe is an open water Shannon? Or is he just trying to get in torpedoes in some nice torpedo angles? That actually I think that actually was going after the Des Moines. Alright, the enemy CV is over here. Probably going to go after Spog, I would imagine, since she's at such low HP. Get his rocket planes out on the Yami. He gets good. A nice 10k Alpha Strike on the Yami and double fires on there. That's enough for high caliber. And here come the enemy CV planes. But thankfully he is basically holding hands back here with a Des Moines. So that should be enough to warden off the CV planes, as we did see. So it's good that they are not sitting still. That U4501, it's just in the back of my head. He can just pop up and just blast them. They're so close to winning too. 930 points. They just, again, need to hold what they got and not sink, or not get sunk, right? All right, but 2 almost full health Yammies. That is something that you can't really ignore. So I would definitely be focusing on that rear Yammy since he's down to what, 20k HP. He managed to get that shot off without being detected, which is pretty nice. Oh, come on, come on. Good hit on the Yammy. Little shy of 10k alpha. Unfortunately, he is now spotted by the CV. Uh-oh. Broadside to 2 Yammies. This is not going to be too good. Throws into reverse, trying to get behind that island. But I think the 4501 might have him spotted. Whoa! Down to 5k HP. He should be good from the Yammy shells, but there's comes some enemy planes. 5 seconds from his own planes being up. He's forced to go up. Probably fearful of the CV aircraft, but he does launch his own aircraft. Here comes the Yammy shells. Will he survive or will he die? He die. Okay. Which brings the friendly team down to 914 points. Alright. So, if he can get, a good salvo off on this last Yammy, this should seal it for his team here. And looks pretty good. That should be some nice rockets to the superstructure of the Yammy. There we go. Fire on the Yammy. Alright, so that Yammy needs to go down. And that should get their point lead back up by a healthy amount to where they can kind of just chill and win. That fire should tick over. He might get the kill here, fellas. Oh god, the Yammy took out the Janan. That's not good. Okay, so now it's 2 friendly ships against 4 enemy ships. There we go. It's a flesh wound from the fire. Alright, 1 Yammy left alive. This is Spal controlling the camera and not I. Ooh, it is very close on points now. They do need to sink this Yammy. These are the B-25s. Now these are the AP bombers. And meh. Pretty meh salvo against the Yammy. Oh god, Des Moines, don't sell broadside in front of a Yammy. Oh my god. Okay, overpins, but the second salvo, oh, thankfully misses. God, that man is playing with fire right now. He does, of course, obviously need to sink the Yammy, because if they sink the Yammy, that'll give them the points they need to win. Because with 2 caps, they can't just sit there anymore, because the enemy team will get enough points by the time the game ends, right? Lexington coming in on the Des Moines, dropping in his torpedoes. Des Moines should be alright here. Yammy getting shots out on the CV. 4501 is spotting the CV. Whoa, wait, is it lag? Is it lag? It is lag. Okay, they do take a hit there, but thankfully, again, the CV is still up. CV getting torpedoes out on the Yammy. I don't think he'll do 18k alpha, but it should put a good dent in his HP. Yeah, there we go. Now, if that caused flooding, that might be it for that Yammy. Okay, there he goes. He's launching the B-25. Spog is admiring the weeb camo on the Yammy. Oh, Yammy may actually float out here. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's bought them a little bit more time. Okay, and they should win now on points. So what's the 4501 doing? I'm guessing he's spotting the Hornet and trying to torpedo it. You get too much, carrier red eye. You just get bloodlusted for the carrier. Unfortunately, that does happen. 4501 would probably been much more effective up here, harassing the Des Moines as the Lexington lifts its rocket planes into the water right in front of the Des Moines. Alright, so this should be GG's for the enemy team. Sorry, for the friendly team. It's nice to see that they got the replay point counter bug solved for the time being. I'm sure something else will break. Uh-oh. 4501 has entered the C cap, but I don't think even flipping that will give them the points that they need. And plus, the Des Moines is about to enter the B cap anyway. However, there's only 8 seconds left on the clock right now, so that will be game over for this one, fellas. There we go. 255,000 damage done by Spog here. 3 kills, Confederate, high caliber, and it's just a flesh wound. Yeah, Kearsarge is one hell of a ship that a lot of people love to hate, but man, it can put in the work. That was a good game. Nice close game. Friendly team was losing for most of it there, and it shows you, how the old hybrid formula, hopefully the hybrid formula they'll return to in the future will be if they do keep adding in these hybrids. But yeah, Kearsarge, one hell of a battleship. If you're looking for a nice coal ship, definitely one to pick up. Spoggers, great aiming, dude. Dude, you are a crack shot with the Kearsarge. I don't know if you just played an absolute crap ton of North Carolina back in the day, but man, you're a lot better aiming with the Kearsarge than I am, sir. 1 million credits. How much did he profit off of that? Yeah, 953,000 credits. Nicely done, man, and well earned indeed. So, if you guys enjoyed that video, if you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. And if you have a replay where a game like this, where it's a nice back and forth game or a good close game there at the end, feel free to send it into the email linked in the description down below, and or the replay submission channel on the community Discord, which there's a link to that down below as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.